Hey guys, so as many of you know, I have finished the 50-day challenge. Today was day 50 out of 50. Basically what the 50-day challenge was for me was an accountability, check kind of. So basically Kylie Ross, if you don't know her, she's just an influencer who I follow and I really, really enjoy watching her stuff. She started this as just kind of a way to set some goals for herself every single day. And so she started actually on January 1st. And I was like, ooh, this is really cool. So I ended up doing it on January 10th. And now today, today is the day 50. So basically what I did every single day for the 50-day challenge was 10K steps. So I made sure I was always getting my steps in. And honestly, I think there was probably maybe one day that I didn't get 10K steps and I probably got 8,000 or something like that. But every day I made that a goal. And honestly, it's a little challenging for me because I'm student teaching. So it's I'm not moving around a lot during that day. I'll be teaching and just sitting and all this stuff. So making that a priority was definitely one of the biggest challenges. But another thing was journaling every single day. So this is something I was a little nervous about because I feel before I did this challenge, I was ooh, I kind of want to journal, and I would journal here and there, but it was never consistent. So basically what I did was every morning I would sit down when I was eating my breakfast and I would just kind of write some journal prompts, and I kind of put them in my stories sometimes. But basically it was just a way for me to be in tune with myself. And basically it was just how am I feeling? What are some goals for the day? And if I was struggling with something, so sometimes my anxiety was a little worse, or I was a little nervous about student teaching, or there was a couple things here and there that I was dealing with, I would sit down and reflect and think about why I was feeling that way and then go from there. Another thing I was doing was reading 10 pages at least every single day. So this one I was pretty consistent with. I'd say maybe there was a couple of days I didn't end up reading, and that was okay because sometimes life just gets in the way. But I really, really enjoyed this component of the 50-day challenge because I feel I've read probably more than I have in the last 2 years just in 50 days. Another component was eating healthy every day. So I don't track what I eat. I kind of just eat what makes me feel good. I'm not perfect. I do eat whatever I feel sometimes. One thing I do have to say is I have a sensitive stomach, so it's I have to be careful with what I eat, and sometimes it just is hit or miss. But I don't track what I eat, but basically I was just making it an intentional, conscious decision to eat a little healthier, but I wasn't hard on myself if I ate a cookie or if I ate things that actually made me feel good. So again, just kind of building that relationship around having a healthy relationship with food, but also not cutting out things that are deemed as bad, if that makes sense. Think about another thing. Oh, an hour of movement every single day, or type of workout. So usually every single week I probably work out 4 to 5 days of lifting, and then I'll have probably a day or two of an active rest day. So I'll probably do a full body, a light full body workout, or I'll go and just walk. And that's something that I have given myself grace for. So I used to be pretty hard on myself if I wasn't going to the gym consistently, but obviously give yourself time to rest. Your body's not going to grow in the way it's supposed to because you need that time to just recoup and have your muscles kind of rebuild themselves and everything like that. So honestly, I think every single day I was pretty good with either working out for an hour or doing something that was active, whether it was going on a walk or going hiking. And then another one was hobbies. So I don't really have one specific hobby that I do. I'd say for me, my time is dedicated towards student teaching right now. So I'm in a classroom basically from 8:15 to 4:05, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And I think me personally, I've made it a goal to build relationships and give my all to these students and be there for them because that's what I feel my purpose is right now in my life. because like this is the last part before I graduate and then figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. So like right now my hobbies are like student teaching and just making sure I show up, I'm present for the students, I bring positive energy. But basically I want to reflect kind of on this 50-day challenge. The reason why I started it was just a way to hold myself like accountable for building these habits and making sure that I was just giving myself time. And I think I started this literally the first day of student teaching, and I think this helped me like with creating that balance between like, okay, this is like work, so like student teaching, and then like after student teaching I was like, okay, I'm gonna give myself this time to myself. I just think probably like the most challenging part of it was like not beating myself up for not hitting like certain goals. So for example, like one of the things that I feel like I'm hard on is like if I don't get my steps in for the day. I don't know why. It's just like when I don't get 10,000 steps, I'm just like, oh my god, like what do I need to do? I need to go on a walk like at 10 o'clock at night or something like that. But I've been learning that it's fine. Like you can give yourself grace. Like one day is not gonna hurt you. I think it's just like when you don't hit a goal for the day, I think it's just like being like kind to yourself and being like, okay, like life happens, things happen. Like I'd rather enjoy being in the moment with people or like with myself and do something that's gonna make me feel better. I think that's been like the most challenging part. Kind of the overall like reflection on this. I feel like doing this challenge for me has honestly really improved my overall well-being. And again, it's only 50 days and I didn't hit every single thing perfectly every single day, and that's okay. I held myself accountable for the 50 days, which was honestly really impressive for myself, and I'm proud of myself for doing that because again, like I have a very busy schedule right now, like, and I'm trying to balance life, and this was just one other thing to add on. I do have to say that like I just feel like I've created really good habits moving forward after this. Like I'm definitely still gonna journal every day. I'm definitely gonna read more than I was before. Like I think that's been one of the coolest things too, is like I'm really enjoying reading. And so yeah, I think it's like it's helping me build these habits. I think like now that I have this like built-in routine, like okay, another thing was waking up early. Oh my gosh, that was the biggest one too. I completely forgot about waking up early. So that was one of the most like challenging parts of this 50-day challenge, because I do have to say this is probably the one that I didn't stick with every single day. So during the weeks, obviously I have to wake up earlier for student teaching. Like I have to leave my apartment by 7:45, and I'm a morning person, so I like giving myself that time in the morning. So I made it a goal to wake up no later than 6:30. Now, when it comes to the weekends or the days that I have off, I still wake up early, but I sleep in probably to 7:30, 8, sometimes 8:30. If I wake up any later, like I feel like I've lost that chunk of my day already. So it's like I think for me, waking up early was during the week it wasn't hard. It's the weekends that was hard. That was the hardest part. But to be fair, I still wake up pretty early, but I give myself grace because I think when you have a busy week, you kind of need that time for your body to recharge. Can't believe I forgot about that one in the beginning of this video. And if you're still watching this video, kudos to you. Thank you for watching. Like literally like send me a message and be like, hey, like I'm still watching your video, or I watched your video to the end, because I appreciate it. I don't know how many people are gonna watch because I didn't think it was gonna take this long, but here we are. So yeah, I think waking up early is definitely gonna be the one that I'm gonna like continue to push myself on. So overall, I do have to say that doing this challenge has honestly benefited me so much. And you'd be like, Taylor, it was only 50 days. Like, how could you build good habits in this time? Like, I bet after this 50 days, like, you'll just forget about all this stuff. No, I'm not. Like, yes, I might not read a book every single day and read 10 pages. But it's the principle behind the fact that 1, I set some goals for myself. 2, I pretty much followed all those goals. 3, I think realizing what it's done for my mental and physical health and emotional health in the past 50 days alone is such an eye-opener to realizing that you are in control of how you feel. Obviously, life happens and there are things that happen on the outside. There are really hard days. There's going to be things that are literally just impossible to deal with. But I do have to say, when you give yourself that time to sit down and be in tune with yourself, like journaling and giving yourself the time to work on you, it is revolutionary. We're all created so uniquely. Like, why not work on you? Why not give yourself these little good habits to do every now and then? So yeah, overall, I just feel like this challenge really has helped push me in a way to realize that there's days that I don't want to work out. There are days that I don't want to read. There are literally days where waking up early is so hard. But you know, whenever you do that, you're gonna feel so much better. So if you have listened this whole time and you've gotten to the end, I wanna say thank you literally so much. I appreciate you. If you have any questions, or if honestly like you are considering doing a challenge of yourself, please reach out to me. Let me know. Like, I definitely think this is something that I'm gonna continue to do, not necessarily the challenge part, but just implementing these good habits and just kind of holding myself accountable. So thank you for watching. I hope you have a very, very blessed day.